everyone, my name is Daniel, I'm just a casual racer, and today I want to show off Historic Sim Studios version 0.9 update to our 1932 Studebaker Indycar. Got paint schemes, you'll see the 27, I'm driving the number 14. We got updates to a lot of the materials, for example, edging around the gauges, instruments, gauges. We got new leather material on the steering wheel, other updates, new flooring. You got high contact points get into the car. There's some wear and tear like on the seat, on the leather edging to get into the car. So definitely some, as we avoid that car, definitely some new visual updates that are quite nice in my opinion. So got a full field here, 33 cars. We're going to do our best to work through the field. We got 10 laps, so it should be exciting, right? And of course had to go to F3 Classic Tracks 1930s. Indianapolis. I mean, these cars are perfect here. The reason why we did this car, one of the big reasons, was this track was created by Sergio, and we were like, let's, develop a car that will pair with it perfectly. We got another spin here on the back straightaway. Well, interesting that we've had quite a few wrecks. I guess it comes a little bit with the territory of having such a full grid of cars here. There's the 14, just to give you an idea. Other updates like adding extended CSP features such as random kind of mechanical spark plug failures, which can then cause loss of horsepower. You also have the ability, if there's engine damage, that also can cause loss of horsepower. Added to kind of a 9-point contact, 9-point of contact tire update you can do. So the tires are a lot, better in that regard instead of just the common single point of contact. Added. Oh, the whole list of stuff. So check out the update. It's really, really cool to see what we can do in this race here. So we're already at 24. Oh, we got a big slowdown up ahead. Squeeze past. A little bit, kind of. Big slowdown, big pile there back there. And down the line, the brakes are not great in this car. So it's one of those things, if you don't get the car slowed down, you're going to have some issues for sure. Alright, here we go. This car is so fun to do with other people too, like for league racing and stuff. When we do our online races with this car, on the ovals and things, so much fun. Whether it's on a dirt track, or Indianapolis, or whatever, it's just a great car to race with other people too. But because of that big collision at the end of the first lap on the front straightaway there, the big pile-up, we're all the way up to 10th. I don't see the leaders, so it might be a bit of a challenge to catch up to them, but right now we're already looking at a top 10 finish. Which even in the 30s, 1932, there wasn't as much money in the, the purse because of the Depression, but there's still definitely an opportunity to get some, reasonable money for the time. Definitely be a very positive thing to be running this high this early in the race. Running the high line here. Kind of running that middle ground. This brake fade on these cars is quite noticeable, more so than maybe even some of the other Historic Sim Studios cars. The other thing too is you definitely have tire wear, tire heat, those types of things that you do have to keep aware of when you're driving and manage. I mean, this car can get up to 130 miles an hour heading into the corner, and when you don't got a lot of great brakes, it's definitely there's a driving challenge with this car, even on a track like Indianapolis, which you're like, oh, you're only turning left. Well, there's a whole lot more to that with this car at this track, which is the whole point, trying to capture the realism of the challenge of racing in these early 1930s in the Indy 500. I mean, that's part of the whole goal. That feels like a pretty good exit there, pretty clean corner. We're going to get a nice run down the straightaway here. I feel like they're we're not making a lot of good time on them. Trying to get in the slipstream here. Hard in the brakes, run it in a little deeper. I'm going to be heating them up. But we've caught up here, so. I mean, we're already about to come to the end of the fourth lap. I mean, here's the thing. We do 10 laps, but at the same time, you're going so quickly. Such a fast track, and the laps just tick off real quick. Or, well, actually, I was confused. I was thinking it's the end of the fourth. So it's still in the end of the third. Okay, so we're still Turn 1 is a lot more runoff than with turn 3, so you can send it in a bit deeper, carry more speed. Good exit. Alrighty here. Still showing in 10th. I'm not sure if it was a timing error or what, but we're like 9th, 10th, somewhere there. Oh, come on. Up the inside. Cross. There we go. Right up on the wall, just a little touch. I'm fighting the wheel right now. There's definitely a lot of steering forces I'm feeling. I've definitely got the tires are definitely a little warm right now. A little slick, a little cool off here on this front straightaway. Shed a little bit. Up into 9th. There we go. Now we got some work to do. Clean laps, hit our points, hit our markers. Maybe we'll get up in the conversation for a few more spots. See a car there at the end of the straightaway. A little ways to go, but you know, some chaos happens. We might get right in this for a little bit better finish. Oh my goodness, we are. Got tires are still very hot and very slick. You can just feel it. There we go. Yeah, and so now we're past the action. There's been quite a few retirements. I mean, you know, a little unfortunate in terms of it'd be great if we had, you know, better AI in Assetto Corsa. It's more of an Assetto Corsa issue than anything. But at the same time, back in the 1930s and vintage stuff, there really were a lot of retirements from races like this. So, you know, now we're entering that phase of the race where things, it's running your race, hitting your marks. We do have, as you can see, 3 cars right on our tail, so if we make any sort of mistake, they're going to be right all over us. Alrighty, so zooming in halfway through this thing. We're still in 9th. It may be that we have to just try and bring this position home best we can. Hitting our marks out to the outside here. There we go. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of cars ahead of us, as I can see. They're just... We're not closing quickly enough that we'll even be there by the end of the race, I don't think, unless something really changes. I'm too deep. Hit the wall a little bit. Against it. Come on. Might be it. I feel like there is maybe a slower car ahead of 8th, or maybe 7th is having some issues. Or is that just 8th? Maybe that is 7th has dropped back behind 8th, because I do think we're now catching another car. Hopefully it's not just lap traffic. Alright, tires are cooling off a little bit now, I think. Definitely felt like more grip there in turn 1. Still starting to run low, though. I don't know how much fuel we have left after that. Alright, there we go. Sailing it in deep. Run the high line out to the edge here. Use every bit of the additional, track width they added here in the mid-19 or early 19. or this version of the track is based more off of a mid to late version of Indianapolis, so technically it would have still been all brick in 1932, but, you know, this definitely having the added width as well from, you know, they added those concrete edges around there, and they really redid all the walls around the circuit. Big improvement. Someone's retired. I don't think they're ahead of us, though. We are catching this car. Not sure quickly enough yet, but... There's a car off to our left here on the inside. Let's see if it's for position. No, it's vanished off the track. Come to the end of the 8th lap here. Oh, I forgot to brake. Oh, my goodness. Messed up the steering rack, I think. Maybe not. Maybe we got away with it. Two more laps here at the line, and then, see, the cars behind us, I think, are catching us now again as well. But yeah, just touching kind of on this mod again. This is one, right, that, you know, we still have a few things left to do, right? Always want to add a few more paint schemes if we can. It's difficult to find accurate, you know, color information and things like that, so that's always tricky. Another thing, though, we do want to do as well is, of course, we got to add some custom sounds for this. Get the actual, hopefully, Studebaker straight, you know, 6 sounds. At the very least, we can, you know, look at, or a straight 8. It was a straight inline engine. I think it was a straight 8. But if we can't get with the Studebaker's actual engine, then hopefully we can get an alternative that'll sound really good as well. So we'll see what we can pull off here, but that's one of the top things on our list. And then, you know, any kind of bug refinements, things like that. But yeah, it's really, this car is, whoa, 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 whoa. Or you get spun, we got hit behind. Oh, again. Again. And again. The issues of the AI on an oval. Oh my. We are losing all of our positions, unfortunately, due to this accident. Probably would have died, but, you know. Didn't flip, though, so who knows. Alright, so 2 cars ahead of here. We've fallen back to 15th. Lost 6 positions there after the other driver decided to turn into us and continue to push and push, and then the other car continued to push, and then eventually they turned us around. Alright, final lap here. Not sure what we can do. We'll see if we can get maybe a run on one of these 2 cars here, maybe both. Down the back straight, we do seem to have a better exit than they got. I don't know if we're in their slipstream, though. Just outside of it. We'll have 2 final corners, and a dash to the line. Oh, a good corner there. Far off their inside. Inside. Good exit. Gonna let us have it? Maybe. Spot here. There we go. 14th position there. Fortunate we had the wreck earlier, but get us a little bit back and a little more traffic, a little more interest there with the pass at the end. So yeah, check out Historic Sim Studios' new update for their Studebaker. It's available for everyone that's supporting through the early access. I think it's really coming along quite nicely. I've done a lot of work myself on kind of the physics side and doing the force feedback updates, but of course, you know, the rest of the team as well has helped so much out doing some of the visual updates and stuff like that as well. So let us know too if you're a supporter and you've tried this car out. Let me know what you think of some of like the wear and tear you'll see on the seat edging and on the seat itself and stuff like that, and if you'd like to see a little more of a lived-in kind of state of some of these race cars over, you know, the next few updates, and maybe not just with like the Studebaker, for example, but perhaps with some of the other race cars that were developed. So, hope this was helpful and hope you enjoyed it, but most of all, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day.